ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Starfield. So we're starting out right from the beginning of the game. This is after I live streamed the game today for about 2 hours. About an hour and a half. It took a little bit of time to get set up. So please join me for the intro cinematic. Although it's not a cinematic, the intro portion of the game. Now I'm going to tell you why we're starting again. I've been playing this game for about 7 hours today. And I had a really interesting time. And interesting...
Seals are good. Oxygen's good.
Is the key word.
Just do what you did last time and you're fine. Follow my one simple rule. Hella, what's my one simple rule?
Listen to Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Exactly. Listen to me. Mining's just like any other job. Go steady, go safe, go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, I work in the Star Dock. Except with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing was solid. And, you know, let's be honest, it ain't exactly astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah. And the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
Not untrue. A shame we won't find any down here. But the metal deposits alone should pay for our own helium. Hell, after this, we'll have enough jump fuel to bounce from one end of the settled systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself. Just no more unauthorized jumps in the house for room space, okay?
He's just a big baby. There are worse lives. You know, most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
Group hug now or at the end of the shift?
One of these days, Hella, I am going to leave you behind.
Promises, promises.
So, today's been a little bit of a roller coaster for me with regards to this game.
Okay, let's see what we've got. How are we on time?
A little longer. Grab some samples?
Always. But not you. Check on Isabel. Make sure she eases up on the breach. I don't feel like getting buried alive today.
There's a lot that I like about
Remember,
this.
Dusty, keep your breathing steady.
And there's a bit
never take that helmet off down here.
that I don't like.
Oxygen processors don't extend this far.
Yeah, because God forbid we drill on a rock with breathable atmosphere.
But I want to enter into this now with maybe a little bit more of an open mind. I'll get into it as we go, okay?
Calvert! No! No. It's a laser, not a sledgehammer. Ease up! Benning, if you got paid per break, you'd be a millionaire. Let's go!
Yeah, okay.
What do we say, Dusties? You make your cut, you get your cut. No exceptions. Come on, pick it up. Troy, what's the yield?
Minimal at this point. Occasional glimmer, but it's weak.
What do you think? Stay the course?
No, ma'am. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Well, okay then. Let's call this one tapped. Why don't you move over to that big vein we looked at?
Yes, ma'am.
It's hard not to see this game in the light of Fallout 4 and my experiences in Fallout 4 and the way that I play that game. This game is very different to how I play the game now with all of the mods and the mod lists. So a few of the things that I've discovered today set me off on a little bit of a negative spin. And I got caught up in a fair bit of negativity throughout the day. So I want to enter into this with more of an open mind, trying to take a step back.
Busy here.
seeing the game for what it is and not comparing it too much to other games, okay? Oh, okay, we're over here.
Dusty, you're up. Grab a cutter and mine what you can.
I shall.
Metal deposits are in that cavern.
So,
I'll shout out when I need you.
we get our introduction here to the laser, the mining mechanic.
I'm busy. Anyone else to bother?
So we're gathering beryllium here. Just want to show you the reload.
Get back up here.
How'd they sucker you to join?
The weapon
Fall for the fancy pamphlet?
reloads by itself. Our health down there listed at the bottom right.
Time. You're with me.
And here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Let Heller do his job. This is delicate.
Scanner's reading a clean break. Shut him down.
Let's go.
So we're down here looking for some
Heller, get the readings.
anomalous
About that.
material.
Not if you consider a spike in gravity readings.
Let's just wander ahead.
You don't?
Hold F to turn the flashlight on and off. So what we're after is down here. Now, I'm not sure if we have to go back and talk to the people, or if we can get away with being down here and kind of skipping ahead to this part. So they just send us down here anyway to grab this. Okay, so I have successfully broken the deposit. I can grab this now. We don't yet know what this is.
Dusty, snap out of it.
Hey, come on. Come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Alright, so we've got our character creation here. I think I like this guy as a base. And I can change more of the details later. We might go in for being a little bit more on the heavy set side. And skin tone looks pretty good. Go with that for hairstyle. And let's go a little bit darker. Definitely want to have a little bit of facial hair. Something like that. A bit rough and ready. Okay, so now we're choosing our background. I'm actually going to go with this one at the bottom here. File not found. We'll go with that. Traits now. Okay, so we're going with introverted. Exerting yourself uses less oxygen when adventuring alone. Kids stuff. Your parents are alive and well. Visit them at their home and pay 2% of your credits to them. And we are wanted. This was one I chose in our live stream we did. I quite like this one. Occasionally, armed mercenaries show up and try to kill you, but being cornered gives you an edge. When your health is low, you do extra damage. Alright, I think we're good to go here. And I didn't mind the name that we chose. Actually, Chillin' and Space. Alright, we are good to go.
Well, you got the sample. Client's on his way. Then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened?
Yeah, there was a light and music, or rather, it was like a dream or a vision.
Easy there, high flyer. Probably just the endorphins kicking in when you passed out. Don't go having an experience on me. You'll walk it off. More importantly, we got what we were looking for.
All this trouble for that stupid thing? Huh, sure don't look like much.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all month. Will be... Speak of the devil.
Mouse 3 to switch between first and third person. So this is our character here, Mr. Chillin' in Space. So I've spent years modding Fallout 4 to get it to where I want it to be. And I do that a lot with the games that I play.
Is on approach.
Wait, the Explorers group? I thought they were kind of a joke.
Not a joke. You're just too young to know better.
Hey,
So-
I'm just saying they got a reputation. Hell, I bet half the crew here doesn't even believe they really exist.
I feel like naturally,
Half the crew doesn't believe
a lot of the
purpose,
elements that I
but
see
it's
in this
still
game
there.
that I don't
Same with
like,
Constellation.
I would mod them and change them.
Come on.
So, I'll be
Exploring
honest,
space?
you know,
Who
in
does
the
that
last few
anymore?
hours, I've gotten a little
Space
bit
we've already
caught
got
up in
complicated enough.
the elements that I don't like,
Not for them,
that I would want to change. And like I said, it got to be a little bit of a negative spin on things,
All right, Dusty. Airlock.
and I
Put the
just
helmet on.
wasn't super happy with the essentially the end outcome out of 5 videos, actually 4 extra on top of the stream. So we're starting again, and I'm going to jump into this with hopefully a little bit more of an open mind, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so we're putting our helmet on, and take our helmet on and off. This is our inventory here. We've got the extractor jumpsuit, we've got some beryllium. What else do we have here in terms of jumpsuits? We've got the minor utility, or the extractor jumpsuit. Not quite sure what this means yet. I still haven't figured that out. Energy management, I think it means. Alright, good to go. Alright, let's go and meet this dude. I will talk about the things that I had a problem with as they come up. I just don't want to focus on it too much, like I feel like I did earlier.
Barrett?
Man,
Been a long time.
Here he is,
yes,
Vasco.
it has. That mine on Bendy, right?
Kazal, hellhole, like this place. Rare mineral contract. Your tastes are a bit more sophisticated now, huh?
So, you found something?
Right here. The new guy found it.
That right. And everything went cool? Just like grabbing those minerals on Bendy?
Kazal, and no Barrett, not cool. He passed out after the extraction. Woke up saying all kinds of nonsense.
Is that right, cowboy? Went on a trip, huh?
Mm-hmm, you could call it that.
That fun, huh? Not the most gentle push into the great mysteries of space, but hey, been there.
Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing, or you, ever again.
That's why I like you, Lynn. All business.
A little bit of bad blood between these two. Okay, alright, yeah, so here we go. Right, so we've got some ships descending in from somewhere, and we get instructed to grab this weapon. So we're going to get this equipped to... So, one of the first problems that I had was with the combat. Bearing in mind that I love high damage, outgoing and incoming tactical combat. It's not this. Alright. But, you know, we'll play it for what it is. It's kind of bullet spongy, alright. It is what it is.
I need some help here.
Oh, you can't reload and run either, which is mental for me. So if you run, you cancel out your reload. So basically, don't run. Don't run while in combat, really. Unless you want to interrupt your reload. If you do it at the start of a reload, anyway.
See, Lynn? Ran straight at those pirates like it was nothing.
Yeah, so
This attack better not be coming out of our pay.
that's a lot of interrupted reloads. Anyway, so that was one element that kind of
The Crimson Fleet hit us.
got to me a little bit. Just kept constantly interrupting my experience of the gunplay. But now that I've mentioned it, I won't mention it again. Okay, so
One piece.
we're over here. Now, we did just pick up a couple extra weapons there. A rescue axe, which we'll get on 1, and a maelstrom. So if we hit B to bind it to our favourites and then just hit 3, we lock that in. Did I pick up 4 of them? I think I did. I'll keep hold of them because we can drop them off at some point. And let's get this on 4.
Now, that was some fine work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions. You're coming with me to Constellation.
I love the facial
You're part of
animations.
this now.
Okay. Sign me up.
Nothing wrong with honest work. Although, yes. See your point.
Oh, no, Barrett. No. You think you're just going to take off after the mess you caused?
All right. I guess I did just put you all on the Crimson Fleet hit list. How about I stay and I send your Dusty here in my place? I know, but he's not some miner anymore, Lynn. Soon as he touched that rock, something changed. Don't tell me you can't feel it.
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things.
Alright, thanks for everything, Lynn.
Just go. Before I say something I regret.
Well, now that that's settled. Vasco, get him to the lodge. No...
Indigo. Again. Very well.
Okay, so
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time.
it gives us a watch. Vasco, the robot, is going to be our companion for the time being.
Hey, look at that. The watch fits you perfectly. Now, questions?
What exactly did we dig up?
That, my friend, is the million-credit question. And Constellation can find the answer. With your help.
So, Constellation?
See, that's the problem with the settled systems. Too easy to take everything for granted. While everyone else is busy playing politics, we're the ones braving the unknown, charting the vastness of space. Without us, the galaxy is just a big room with the lights turned out.
Alright, so you're giving me your ship.
Technically, it's not even mine. Consider it a loan. Vasco will keep you on course. Besides, I'm making an exception since you can tell Constellation about that vision you had.
Okay, so Constellation is basically a group. Let's just get out of here.
And Vasco, don't let him break my ship.
Constellation is like a clan, a group, a faction that we're going to go and introduce ourselves to because, well, we're told to, basically. You know, they need to know something to do with the vision. This artifact has something to do with them. You'll find out all this stuff soon.
I assume you know how to fly a...
You know the drill, Vasco. Protocol Indigo means no deviations, no distractions, no dalliances, in short, no fun.
Okay.
Unless,
as Barrett likes to say.
So we've got a research station here. We'll get into all that later. There's also a lot of items here. Okay, we've got a scanner. We press F. We've got a scanner, so we can pick up these items. Basically, everything that is glowing. I'm not going to... Honestly, guys, there's an insane amount of loot in this game. Not loot. Yeah, that too, but also lore. Way too much to read everything. Now, all of this stuff, though, I did wonder for a while if I was being a little bit obsessive by picking up every single item. Turns out it's absolutely essential, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Well, hey there, irate pirates. Looks like you finally did it. Boarded my ship, scrapped my bot, ripped those beautiful brown eyes out of my adorably cherubic face. And then you discovered the guy you had pegged as a treasure hunter doesn't actually have any treasure.
So we can drop our
Not anymore.
stuff
It's true.
off in
I
here.
may have had a pricey trinket or two when I evaded your sorry asses at Kumazi, but brother had to buy fuel. So you get nothing, except my ghost.
Let's
But
actually
I am
take
gonna haunt your asses till the end of your days.
that back.
Which, for a Crimson Fleet pirate, is about, what, another week?
So this gives us a little bit better physical resistance, which I want to focus on for the time being. I do have a little bit of a problem navigating the menus at times. So we'll be dropping off all this stuff. I will stick, you know, keep you with me for the time being so you can get a bit of an idea as to what we're experiencing here. I think one of the things that I did, which was a mistake, was I started to get a little bit ahead of myself. Quest items can't be removed. So just dropping off all that stuff. There is no transfer all button. I started to get a bit ahead of myself and started wandering off into the world. I feel too early. So let's kind of stick with the main quest for the time being. We'll do a few side quests and stuff too, but I'm not just going to go off by myself trying to figure things out this time. Not yet. We'll get to that later. So let's take off here. So we don't control the ship, that's one thing. We don't control takeoff and descent, and we don't control our ship above the surface of the planet. There's no surface flying, alright? We do, however, fly in space
Now that
here.
we are in orbit, it might be wise to test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can step you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems, and we'll be on our way.
So if you look down here on the left, you can see I'm moving that across to our different systems. Hold left Alt and WASD to basically divert power to different systems, so into lasers, ballistics, missiles, engines, shields, and the grav drive, which is our jump drive.
Each system on a ship requires power. Allocating power is under your direct control. Let's go over the engines.
So we've got a boost.
Control our maximum speed. Try increasing
We've got
and decreasing our relative velocity.
Third person view as well. Yeah, it's been such a weird one,
A
this.
ship's engine has a sweet spot for better handling during turns.
I felt like I
Draw your
was...
attention to the
Hold on,
HUD.
I'll get to it in a
You'll
second.
notice a speed indicator in the lower left with a
Yep.
gauge that goes up and down as you adjust the throttle. Try to center the gauge so that it lines up with the center of the vertical bars to its right.
So this is best for turning. Okay, when it's centered, that gauge on the left, obviously going fast and slowing down.
Temporary bursts of speed.
Okay, press left shift to boost, yep.
Let's turn our attention to the shields. Try adjusting power to the shields. Notice more power increases their strength. Shields protect the ship from hull damage. Without a hull, it'll be vaporized.
So holding down Q,
is displayed in the lower right.
we can change
Hull
our view.
damage is below it.
Alright, we're good to go now. Let's throw down a quick save.
You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics?
Here we go.
Because that's a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear.
Press E to target the ship.
We will need to disable their shields.
So it will auto-lock eventually.
Particularly effective.
Now we don't have to aim.
If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can lock in to fire a homing missile. The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull.
There we
when
go.
Shields are offline.
So I found myself comparing this to a lot of other
Congratulations
games,
on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain.
which was a bit of a mistake.
Wreckage for spare parts and
So we just
other
picked up a load of
salvage.
spare parts
We'll need
there.
to fly close to it before we can access the remains.
Okay, I also don't know how much health our ship has. Oh yeah, I can see it down there in the bottom right where it says hull. The health bar there. Fly close to shipwrecks and loot them. Yeah, we've done that already. So the game's trying to catch up with us here. We're moving a little bit quick.
Ships are jumping into our location.
Okay, so we've got a few more ships here for a little bit more combat. Let's get this guy locked on. Okay, that's one dealt with. Let's see if we can get this guy looted, actually. Should be able to do this in a quick flyby. Yeah, so we got that. Nice and quick. Once his shields are down, attack him with ballistics.
This one's mine. Grab shot. Not like we're running anyway.
The
There we
amount
go.
of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far more than anticipated. At this rate, the odds of continual assault from their ships are high enough
Okay, so that
to
got us-
jeopardize our mission.
Got us all our loot.
In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Crete, a perfect staging area for pirates.
Alright, so that's where we're going now. So if we open up our map and we what do we do here? We can press L. So this is our mission screen. Travel to Crete. We can show on map. So our location over here is where we're headed. Set landing target with mouse. Set course there. And we automatically travel. So we don't turn our ship in that direction. We don't do anything with the ship. We navigate through the map screen. Nothing like Elite Dangerous. Nothing like what's that other game? Star Citizen.
We have arrived in orbit. The abandoned facility.
Nothing
with
like
our
No Man's
Crimson
Sky,
Fleet
okay?
captain is on the surface.
It's its own game. That's what I've got to keep in mind. I feel like I'll enjoy it a lot more if I don't compare it to games that I think have better systems, because this is just different, right? Okay, press tab to open the data menu. From there you can open the star map. We already did that. Alright, so on our mission base, on our mission screen, press B here. This will show us our local area. Set to land. Again, we've just pulled up in the zone. We don't do anything in space at this point. We're just going to land on this planet. We don't fly down to the planet. We just spawn on the planet. So it's a really interesting idea about space. A space game which is functioning through loading screens and cells. So how Fallout 4 and Skyrim have cells, inner cells. Well, this is like a different cell, you know? Okay, so.
According to the scanners, the abandoned research facility is Captain Protocol Indigo. Dictate there is room in my...
Let's just see what gear he's got. We're going to take his ammo. Now, you know what? Actually, let me put that back. I did that last time, and I'm wondering whether or not that was a problem. Because he kept running in to engage in melee. And I didn't actually make the connection that maybe zero to initiate a stim pack. Maybe he was doing that because he had no ammo. I'll tell you the truth, it was very bloody annoying.
Be careful, Captain. Alien creatures are often unpredictable.
Okay, so here we are on the alien planet Crete. And we're going to head down for our first mission. Crete Research Lab. Right, so we have a limited stamina. When we use up all of our stamina, we start to eat into our CO2. Trust me when I say that all of this stuff is extremely valuable. All of these resources are going to be very, very useful to us. So we've got some silver there. And there's a few more things over here. Nice. And I'm not gonna rush. We'll go slow. So we've got a pipe wrench there. And an impact driver. Alright, let's head inside. This is a weapon, by the way. This mining gun. This GPS system here showing us where to go for our mission. So for those of you who love the loot systems, or rather the loot system in Fallout 4, Skyrim's not as crazy, is it, when it comes to picking up loot? Basically this, honestly, I feel like this is maybe even worse / better than Fallout 4. If you love picking up loads of loot, just gather everything because it all has a use. Alright. So we'll take our time here. I'm not going to go completely insanely obsessive because there is a ridiculous amount of loot. So, but we will gather, you know, a good amount of it. Okay, so we've got our med pack in there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We enter the zone.
These are United Colonies markings, but we are in Freestar Collective space.
Can't open these containers in the scanner.
Secret UC facility.
So, UC, United Colonies Facility. Guys, you can feel free to read this if you want to. There is so much lore. I would spend a good half an hour in total on the amount of lore that we will pick up in this facility alone. Okay, you're welcome to pause it. Or just read it yourself, obviously, when you play the game. So we picked up some clothing there. We'll have a look at that in a second. Can't open this, can I? Let's just see what we grabbed there. So an operator at leatherware provides us better thermal and airborne but less physical resistance, which is... that's what we're focusing on for the time being. Alright, we'll do a little bit of looting here. And then we will move... oh, okay.
Violence imminent.
I do that so much, man, honestly. Initiate a run after I reload.
This victory cause for celebration.
I just got so used to doing that. Reloading and then running to cover or running to chase down an enemy. Alright, good here. What else we got happening? I don't think I can use this computer yet. No. There are computers and things you can use. Alright, let's move on. After I get that. Okay, no mind. See what I mean? There's just lore everywhere. So plants all over the spot. All over the shop? All over the shop, I mean. Credits here. Coffee mug. Folders. It's very, very much a Bethesda game. In the right way. And honestly, it's... the systems in this game have evolved so drastically since the other games. It's almost a bit of a shock to the system as to how different it is. This game is so big, guys. You'll see it. If you haven't already seen it, I'm sure some of you have already watched other stuff online, you know, other YouTubers making stuff. This game is massive. So be prepared for, well, a serious learning curve and time sink. Alright, we've got a corpse here. Scientist has a digipick on him, which is a lockpick. A digital lockpick. Now we can give the robot loot to carry for us. Not sure if I mentioned that already. I think I did. And we've got some combat coming up in just a second. But most of what we're picking up here is just your generic junk items, which contain components for the crafting / manufacturing that we will be getting into later. Alright, here we go. So we've got some pirate voices. I'm just going to throw down a save here. We are on normal difficulty. I find it's just the best feeling. Like, as with the other games, you know, you make it hard or very hard. It just turns everyone into insane bullet sponges. And then you die instantly. It doesn't seem to change up anything else. Doesn't affect loot, doesn't affect enemy AI abilities or anything. They just take way more bullets.
If you require help
and you die,
any items, I will assist.
You die quickly. Alright, so I'm gonna give my junk here to this guy. He's probably gonna shoot this time, isn't he? He is too. He didn't do that last time.
Down.
Okay, let's sort out
While
Basco
I am
here.
programmed for I am.
Okay, so we've just given him all of our misc items. We'll keep hold of our resources for the time being. Also, the weapons, as you pick them up off the enemies, you do pick up ammo. So it is worth grabbing every gun if you want to maximize your ammo. And I find you do chew through ammo quite quickly. So apparently the Terramorph is loose. See what I mean by the loot, the lore. Now this we will have a look at. However, there's just like I think there's just a mission in here somewhere. Maybe. Can't remember now. Alright, maybe not. Just a little bit of background lore for this facility. What do we got there? Some sort of formula? Now these are really heavy, so we'll give those to the robot as well. Okay, we can sleep here should we want to.
Barrett and the Crimson Fleet, do you require a...
Okay, that's sorted. So we actually picked up a weapon here that we can take a look at. This Grendel. So it only does 3 damage, but it's rapid fire. So let's get that bound to 5 for the time being. I could get around him. They do sometimes block you in, the companions. Some of this stuff is really valuable too, you know. Right, we've got, so this is the lockpicking function. I forget exactly how I've got to do this. Yeah, you got to line up these icons here, there, and this one, like this. Is it? Digipic removed. That one. Not that one. This way. And this way, I think. There we go. And here, okay, we got it. It takes a little bit fiddly. We just got some credits. The fruit seller, I think that's a book. So some food items, which food is healing, as well as your classic kind of stim pack that they have. Alrighty, so where are we headed now? Down the hallway here. So we'll gather everything out of these lockers, or most of it. All right, let's move on now. Maybe just grab. It's honestly, it is quite tricky to know what to grab. Here we go. Some more weapons there. It's tricky to know what to grab if you're not going to just grab everything. It's kind of hard to know exactly what you'll need. So someone like me tends to just grab everything. I've got to pull myself away from it sometimes. Especially for the sake of the video. Maybe I wouldn't do that so much if I was playing by myself. I probably would grab everything and min-max a bit. But obviously it gets a bit tedious, doesn't it? For a video. Now, I want to say one thing. If you're thinking what I'm thinking,
I am not picking up the enemy on my scanner.
I'm forcing myself to overlook the combat for the sake of the other.
Picking up signs of life
the other functions of the game, the other features of the game, which are more immersive. And when this is modded, which it will be soon, I can guarantee it, when this is fixed, the combat, it'll be a much a much better experience. Alright, let's just say that. Yep. Alright, moving on. So this gun can be quite fun. It's a little bit more challenging with this.
The enemy has vanished.
Not massively, but, you know.
Captain, the enemy is here.
Okay, I'll just keep reloading.
There is a high likelihood of human death.
Can't run. Take that. So he just blitzed them, I think. So that wire is valuable. Okay, let's put our scanner on, just see some of the... Where's he going? Some of the stuff here we might be missing. Some uranium off that guy. I remember thinking, I think I said this to you before,
I am no longer detecting
I felt
enemy
a bit weird about how much stuff I was picking up. And then I realised you need it. You really do need it. Alright. So now where? This way?
Listen up. We got someone trying to jump our score. Hold them off here while Brogan sets up on the roof. Huh?
So I think Vasco here is going to do a lot of work.
God damn it!
So I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up, and that means, because you know, if I tell you straight up, I don't need to say it again. I don't like the gunplay in this game. It reminds me a little bit of Cyberpunk before I added in the mods, and actually Fallout 4 before I added in the mods that I like to play with. So you know, there's that. But it's just how it is. So you know, maybe other people like it and enjoy it. It's just not my sort of... It's not how I would have it if I could have it any way that I wanted it. I could definitely make it way more enjoyable. And since, you know, a lot of you guys watching this channel, you watch the mods, the series that I make and the mod series that I make, you know, maybe you're a little bit more inclined to play a game the way that I play it, or you like the kind of tactical combat. It's not that by any means at all in this game as it is. However, absolutely you can guarantee it'll be one of the first things that's addressed when the modding scene evolves to what we all know that it will. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there so that I don't go into it 20 times like I think I did today previously. Now, I think either we're a little bit overburdened. Yeah, we are. We're overburdened. That's why we're running out of energy.
Captain, how may I be?
So I've given him some gear, but what we're gonna have to do here is drop off some of these additional weapons that we've picked up. Again, picking up the weapons for the ammo. That same old problem that gets me so often. Overburdened. Okay. Also, our robot is out of space. Right, what have we got here? Terramorph, Specimen, NCI. I'm just reading through this because I'm pretty sure at some point I have picked up some quests from reading through this stuff. Oh, I don't have any, whatever they're called, lockpicks to get that ammo.
I'm detecting a safe nearby. We could make use of whatever is inside, provided you had some.
Now let's have a look at this. Okay, we just picked up a digipick, so what I'm going to do...
We're dead. We're all dead.
While I remember...
The comms relay has been trashed. The whole room is trashed.
Is open up this ammo case.
We can't call for help.
I actually could not get that one. That's the first one I haven't been able to unlock. Let's try this one instead. Yeah, this one was, I think, better. Honestly, I don't actually still fully get this. I can reverse this, but alright, we've lost this one as well. I tell you what, it still gets me sometimes, that lockpicking system. I haven't had a problem with it at all up until this episode, so it's all good. We'll move on. Okay, here's a ladder. So, carrying on as we go. So we've got some first aid items here. Here. Not here, but here. Alright, so here we encounter our first proper, like what it feels like, is a proper combat experience. Let's see how we've got for... Do we have any throwables? We do. We've got a frag grenade. And do we have our best weapons equipped? And that's equipped. Got a hazmat suit. I think I quite like the look of the hazmat suit. But we've got the best item, the best outfit on for ballistics resistance.
You gotta be kidding.
Okay, let's see if we can... I'll tell you what, whatever. Let's just go for it.
Oh, this'll be fun.
It occurred to me that you have undergone considerable physical and emotional trauma since first meeting Barrett. That is not uncommon.
Here's the boss.
We should now be free to travel to Constellation's headquarters.
So we just picked up an epic weapon there. Rapid Rescue Axe. The Bashing Eon. I'll tell you what, let's set that up on here. Bashing deals double damage. Deals double damage when gun bashing. Let's also get this equipped on 1, if we haven't already. Sorry, is that equipped? Yes, it is. Got a modified Grendel. Let's swap that out here. And we'll drop these. Okay.
Without Crimson Fleet interference.
So we've got some more enemies incoming here. Oh yeah, are we overburdened? We are a little bit here. Really, do I... Let's just drop some of this stuff then. Just to get us down below weight. I will take some perks that allow us to increase our capacity at some point. But for now, I can sort here by weight and just drop off a couple of these items. I just won't pick anything else up now. So we're going to make our way over here.
Exterior plating damage. I do not feel pain. But here it is. Terrible.
Not sure if there's any more enemies. Okay, I can actually see them on the compass there. Apparently there's somebody over here. Although that could be... Oh yeah, alright. So I would make the difficulty harder. As in move it up to hard, but it's worse. It's worse. Because you just have to walk towards them and shoot for even longer. So aside from that, there's a lot of cool things about this game. It's got a lot of interesting systems and a lot of interesting mechanics, all trying to come together, which for somebody like me, and potentially you, if you're watching my channel, you will potentially get a lot more, and I mean a lot more, enjoyment out of this game in the coming months. You'll get a lot of enjoyment out of it now, but you have to overlook these little things, you know. Fallout 4 is the same for me. I don't play it vanilla. It's not my cup of tea. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it back to our ship. We're still alive.
Captain, to reach the lodge, we must jump to the planet Jemison in
You've had
the
a good...
Alpha Centauri system, and then land in the city of New Atlantis.
So our robot stays in the cargo bay, I think.
This will all become second nature before too long.
We got all our loot from here. We can now drop off... Oops. We can now drop off our additional inventory, including all of our resources and any additional items that we don't need. Actually, okay, we've got a couple of extra guns there, and the rest of the stuff on our companion we can transfer at some point. These are seats for our additional crew members. That's our bed. Tell you what, let's actually sleep. I haven't slept yet in the game. This is the first time that I've slept. So it's the classic sleep, wait menu. For some reason, it's extremely slow, which I think it always is in vanilla Bethesda games, for some reason. We have healed. It's actually night time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so let's just head out into outer space and we will round up this episode. I am very excited for this game. It very... We don't control that. It very clearly has an immense amount of potential. So much will be done with this game in the coming months and the coming years. And this is part of the reason why I wanted to restart this series on the channel, because I got into a very negative spin comparing it to Fallout, to Skyrim, to the other games that I like to play. You know, there were a few elements, and potentially still a few elements that I'll get into in the coming episodes. I'm just not going to focus on them as much, but what I want to remind myself and what I want to remind you of is everything you don't like about this game, modders will fix it. I can guarantee it. The incredible effort and work that modders do, mod creators, is it's on par with the work that the developers themselves do, and if not, it takes the foundation, the incredible foundation that's been laid here, and really refines it, and not only refines it in one way, but refines it in 15 different ways so that you can transform the game into what you want it to be. I want to remember that as I play this game, and I want to stay positive about it, and I want to keep looking at the potential for what this game can become. And it's still good. There's a lot of mechanics and systems that we're going to get into. I'm going to focus a lot on sticking to the story, the quest, and the side missions. I'll get into a little bit of settlement building and stuff like that as we go as well, but I just want to give you that kind of preempt that, you know, there are definitely some things about this that I don't enjoy, and I don't want to focus on them too much because I will just become quite negative. So anyway, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I really do appreciate your patience. I do appreciate your time. I do appreciate your support. And I appreciate you being here to watch me play Starfield. And I do hope you will come back again for episode 2. Coming out very soon. I don't know when, but you just keep an eye out. It's coming out very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you there. Goodbye for now.